ding. Guess what I'm doing? Drinking beer. Because I can do what I want. Guys, it's your boy Jim Rat, Crypto in the Evening. You know I like to throw a couple of these in during the week because it's easier for some people to stream, and I like to mix it up. And I'm so addicted to Pokégon right now that I'm not leaving my desk anyway. And the game hasn't even started. I'm just like looking at Reddit shit, literally. Guys, there's a couple things I want to cover today. I'm not going to lie about my excitement, all right? I can't lie about it. I was such a big Pokemon fan, and I did, for anyone who wants to know, I did a full Pokégon deep dive, how to mint, how to get whitelisted, exclusive, everything you could possibly want episode this morning. It's long-winded, but I'll get to that at the last 10 minutes when we save it for questions. But what are we going to talk about with our man KG here? The internet money wallet. What do I constantly complain about? MetaMask. Why do I hate MetaMask? Because it sucks. Why can't I have any pop-down browser that puts me on another network? Something, anything. If I tell my parents to look at MetaMask and switch to another browser, that might take them 8 months to achieve without knowing what exact, go to chain hop. Obviously, I know what to do for that crap, but like it took me months because, you know, you pull down the settings in MetaMask and you're like, oh, this is all right. It's decent. First of all, it's looked like that since the day I used it. I am been in this for 2 years now. And I mean, 2 years is a long time for a front end. Are you serious to not update? And I don't even know shit, but like, come on. Same front end. It's like add network, 6 things you have to freaking enter. You're like, what? Anyway, what do we want? We want a wallet for dummies, but wallets that pros want to use too. You know, because you need volume. But again, it's all about onboarding. Once you're good, you're good. Like, you know, wallets, you can figure that shit out. But we need new people to be able to actually do this shit. And the value is in the person who's able to do that, right? That's where the value comes from. There's that premium there. Like that, I know that it needs to be better, but no one's actually done it yet. We're coming at a crossroads here. Internet Money Wallet. He has the phone interface demo. What we're going to go through. Let's be honest. The future is phones. Maybe not for us guys. Maybe not for the Hexicans of the world. But it's just not how everything works. The 99%. You know, yes, 5% of users are never going to use certain functions because they know everything. They're going to use matcha. They're not going to use gas, blah, blah, blah. We all figure that out after a while. But let's be honest. We want more adoption. And KG is a good guy. And he knows what needs to happen. Okay, you know, everyone wants what they want for a million different reasons. But he's trying to fill a value gap there that I think is super necessary. We're going to go 1 minute, 9 seconds, DeFi proof. I know it says crypto in the morning. Give me a rest. Guys, we'll be right back.
You already know what time it is. Crypto in the morning. Crypto in the morning. Crypto in the morning. Waiting on phone. Crypto in the morning. 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 Waiting on phone. Crypto in the morning. Crypto in the morning. Smoking a blunt on my way to the gym. 11 a.m. and I'm already tuned in. Got me some hex and I'm making a stake. Got me some hedge and I'm making it rain. Pay me some maxi and that's just in case. Jim Reddit sent me to show you the way. DeFi proof, yeah. Crypto in the morning. 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 Crypto in the morning.
What up? What up? We got our boy. Let's check it.
Yo.
What up, KG?
Nothing much, man. What's up?
Dude, this is our 3rd stream, bro. The future is going to be crazy. Imagine like 100 streams in. What are we going to be talking about by that point, right?
We're going to be talking about our world travels, man.
True. That's so true. Dude, it's good to see you. Every time we come on here, we have an interesting thing. Like, you know what I mean? And I think you like coming on here because I'm super, super open-minded. I just am. Like, just by nature, I've seen so much weird shit in my life. And just, you know, like, I just enough punches in the face where you're just like, I don't really know the whole picture, right? That's why when I dive into like internet money, Pokegon, all the stuff that I like to dive into, it's a little surprising to people, but really it's surprising to me that they don't do that. To me, because it's like, how can you think a layer? I love Hex. To be honest, I bought jack shit but Hex and Maxi in my pretty much in my life. But that's not even the point. The point is like I'm just an infant in this game. I'm just an infant, and I want, not money wise, but just I want it. I want to learn it. I want this to be my career, and I want to learn all of it. And you're the same way, it seems like. And you found a problem. You were a Hexican, so we're gonna get into you first for everyone that's in here. You were probably in Bitcoin, and then you came over to Hex, and then you decided at some point that you wanted to start working in the field, or were you you weren't a dev before first? I mean, you weren't working in blockchain before, were you?
I was not. I came from running my own real estate business, which I actually still have. I've run that for going on year 6 now.
Oh, wow.
And so this is actually my first crypto project that I'm running.
That's pretty crazy. Okay, so how did you make that leap? Where was that leap? Where was that point where you were just a crypto user like me, and then you were like, okay, was the learning curve just as steep as like learning everything? Like, were you just going from bottom to top, or were you kind of like a cyber kind of guy on the internet a lot, poking around at stuff? Or were you more so just like, I'm going to take this and just go with it and learn everything?
Always been a nerd, always been into computer stuff. My first big like underground technology push was jailbreaking iPhones. If anyone's, I was one of. Actually, I'll maybe one day I'll announce the name of the channel. But I have a channel that still exists on YouTube, and I was one of the first YouTubers to go through jailbreaking tutorials and stuff.
Yeah, man, that's awesome though. That's so deep. Like, people need to understand a little bit about people's background, because the more I learn about crypto, the more I learn like there's a lot of trust situation. It's a trust situation a lot of the time. You learn so much about crypto as you make it into it. You're just like, at the end of it, because I was learning about Cosmos and I was learning about everything, the whole deal. And I'm just like, there's still trust. You still need trust. It doesn't matter. I don't care if the program works automatically. I get that. I get that part of it. But you still need to trust a dude with $1 billion, $10 billion, $500 million, whatever these guys have, these super rich guys, and they're there. I see their transactions. So it's interesting, because I think if you were to talk to some of those rich people in a green room behind the scenes with a cigar and a beer, I have a feeling the way they spoke about everything would change dramatically from the truth that I see. And that's what I try to chase, like that top, like that outer push of like the guys that are at the fringe of it, really pushing out. And that's why I love having guys like you on. It's like, so when did you start thinking about, were you thinking about a wallet first? Was it always Pulse Chain related? Were you just brainstorming in the beginning? How did you come up with the internet money?
Well, we were deep in the Pulse Chain community before we even launched internet money on Binance Smart Chain. And part of it was just the search for knowledge and wanting to see what it was like to create and launch your own crypto. And so that kind of sparked some of the early interest. And then the second part of it was we were seeing these projects and all this talk of projects going on around Pulse Chain and crypto in general. And we realized there's one thing that none of these projects are aiming to accomplish, and that is targeting the new user, the person who's not in crypto, and bridging the gap from no crypto to crypto. And just,
everyone's lazy. They don't want to do it. It's the hard part, right? It's almost the hard part. It's like smart guys finding their way to investments. That's going to happen, right?
Yep.
Smart guys like me will figure it out. Whether we get punched in the stomach a few times, I'll keep digging into it. But the average user is not a single 27-year-old high risk male. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean though? Like,
yeah.
They got kids and stuff. People got kids. They don't want to be taking risks, clicking around, sketching them out, man. It sketches me out. Even on OpenSea. I don't go on OpenSea a lot today. I had to go on OpenSea. Let me look at this. Let me reread this crap, because you just get neurotic.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting for something to just come into my life where I log on in the morning and I'm like, this is great. You're just like, this is good. There's 1 in 100 websites where you're just like, this is really nice.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh
you're
yeah.
just like, wow. Like, I got similar vibes. Pulse chain test. A lot of the pulse chain testnet stuff was cool, visually cool, really good. You become a snob though. And the bad websites piss you off. Like, I'm already becoming a little snob. I'm like, oh, the link doesn't click here. Like, I'm off this stuff. You know what I mean? So what are you
Yes.
doing? What are you
Yes.
doing from like a broad perspective, right? To like make it easy for people to, because that's really what we're talking about right here. How can I get people that I know, maybe a couple 30-year-olds, a couple 25-year-olds, sit down and have this be their premier wallet in the easiest way possible? What makes that transition a little bit easier?
Sure. So let's imagine one example we like to use. Let's imagine you're at a restaurant, you're at Thanksgiving, you're hanging out with somebody on a casual level. And of course, because we're crypto nerds, we always get back to crypto somehow. It just comes out. Well, what we find is that a lot of people express interest in crypto. They just don't get it. They can't comprehend it. They're afraid of it. So you introduce them to the internet money wallet. And the pitch for you as the person who's onboarding them is, look, download this wallet. You'll have a crypto wallet in less than 2 minutes, and you'll have free crypto at the end of it. Because people who download our wallet will be eligible to claim free Pulse and free IM, the internet money, the first
So
token we created.
that's one of the onboarding features. Is it what
Yes.
do you know, like, if you had to guess, I know you
Mhm.
probably can't know exactly, obviously. What kind of USD value? You're talking like 10, 20, $30? Like if you know, you probably have no idea because that calculation is probably not possible.
Well, we don't know the exact numbers yet, but it's going to be a tiered system that decelerates. So the early adopters will get more, and the later adopters will get less. And that we're going to have a referral program where if you refer somebody to the Internet Money Wallet and they download it using your link, you will get additional IM, and they will get an increased amount of IM for their first claim.
Very cool.
So it gives people reason to
Say
to
that part
refer.
one more time for people.
Sure.
That
So
last part where there's incentivization.
sure. So if you provide your referral link, and these exact numbers are still being worked out, but if you provide your referral link and somebody downloads the Internet Money Wallet using that link, the person who referred will get some internet money, and the person who downloaded the wallet using the link will get a bonus to the internet money they get when they download the wallet. So it gives both parties incentive to use the link.
That's awesome. That's perfect. God, you get into the nuance of this, and it's so fun. I mean, I don't know about your side because there's money involved. Like business involved, is people involved. But like from my side as someone, I haven't earned the riches of crypto yet, so I guess I can be pretty unbiased about this. But it's like the features. It all breaks down to very simple stuff. It from like a what we already have perspective. Like I think about the interfaces on bodybuilding websites that have millions of dollars in revenue just dumped into the websites. They just have money coming out of every asshole. They got a sponsors, 150 sponsors, kids all around the world pushing their stuff, and their websites are beautiful. And I'm like, the tech is there. We have this chance here to get to a level like that. Like it's possible. It's easier than ever. I'm sure. It's easier than ever to find guys that can get together and hammer some of this stuff out. And that's why I always love getting the guys on here that are actually doing that stuff, because it's just an entrepreneurial opportunity that some guys are taking advantage of. That's how I see it. Like, I don't know how to take advantage of it necessarily yet, but like, that's why I'm so all in on getting it. And I love the reasons. So onboarding people to the app is one thing. Now, when it comes to like getting users, right? There's Hexicans don't know this, but there's a billion wallets. Like I've been claiming airdrops from random shit. There is a billion wallets, and Hexicans literally think there's 3. Like literally, I have like 15 wallets that are on this pop-up browser here now from just messing around with these spreadsheets of looking up airdrops, trying to get a little more familiar with some stuff. how do we get users? Like what like is it just grassroots? Like what is the plan? Like when you're planning something like that, just from a marketing perspective, right? You know a little bit of most of the people just will come on and if it's easy, they'll mess with it. So you kind of know the transition there, but like how do you get it in front of people?
Good marketing. And part of that good marketing is having a strong core product and really utilizing social presences and SEO. So, like our website right now, it sucks. Okay. And when you're talking about it, not even that I'm offended by saying that. I can say that confidently because we have a team rebuilding our website and it's going to be beautiful and it's engineered to activate SEO and all that sort of stuff. So on a basic level, that's what's important. And then of course, the whole marketing plan, getting influencers to talk about your product, just basically doing what you can to go viral effectively.
Yeah, yeah. And there's a lot of ways to do that, right? And I think to be honest, a lot of hexagons miss the mark. There it hasn't really been done yet, the virality in like a actually non-biased way in the crypto community. It's not really been done yet. There's very, very little viral non-biased people, but it's starting to happen. In the bodybuilding world, it happened, like the best channels do shine at the end of the day. Like the ones that are really, really good. And like Derek Moore played some more dates. If anyone in the comments knows him, he's a bodybuilding guy, but he's always been 100% cutthroat honest about
Mm.
everything, about every dosage, about every bodybuilder. He tells you the truth about what they did when no one else would tell us because we were kids. We're like, oh, we can get to 200 pounds. This is great. And it's just like you realize that that's not the case as you get older. But some people tell you the truth, and it's the same in crypto. That's why I was so like happy to find Richard Hart because it just seemed like he was telling the truth to a degree. Obviously, everyone's marketing their own shit, but he was trying to be at least transparent in a way, showing people that he wasn't like financially basically getting paid to shill things, which is what you find out in the crypto world is that's what everything is. It's
Hmm.
just incentivized. Now, do you think there's a place where like, crypto is weird, man. Like I've been researching the Cosmos thing and like the fact that nobody knows about that. And once you research it, it's really odd. It's kind of confusing to see like the divide is so strong. Like most hexagons don't even know that Cosmos exists. You know what I mean? Like what is the
Cosmos in what way? Like a protocol or like the
well, well,
galaxy?
well, no, like Cosmos protocol. Yeah, like Atom. Like it's another chain the way
Got you, got you, got you.
interoperability and like you get into it and there's 100 streamers and there's a lot of people, but it's like the divide between the two communities is like just so strong. It's like we have to figure out how to just because this is all going to go multi-chain, right? In everyone's face. Like it's already if you go to chainhop.com, you can switch any coin for any coin on any and it'll pop up in your MetaMask, in the different browsers. So
Oh yeah.
what are you like? I think the thing is like, how do we get this to be actually explosive pulse chain in general? And where can internet money help with pulse chain in general? Like we have those other communities, right? How can we kind of bridge that gap? Have you thought about any of that?
Sure. I mean, one thing that we're doing is, and probably the most important thing, is we're giving an easy on-ramp into Pulse Chain, not fiat on-ramp, which is something we're working on, but by on-ramp, I meant when users download our wallet, it is native to Pulse Chain. So there they are connected. So in your life, when you onboard somebody into crypto through the Internet Money wallet, you just onboarded them into Pulse Chain. And most people, when they first get into crypto, they don't really care what blockchain they're on. It doesn't like matter to them. I remember when I was working on Ethereum and messing around with smart contracts, it took me a while to move off of Ethereum because I was comfortable there. And so I think we'll see a lot of that too with Pulse Chain. And then because we are going to support multiple chains on our wallet, just EVMs for now, possibly other chains in the future, it'll be Pulse Chain first, and then it'll open the door for them to explore other chains from there.
Yeah, I think there's so many factors in this, and a lot of it just has to do with the growth of the whole like crypto economy. Like a lot of us know just intuitively, like that the wave that's coming is so large and so explosive that we're almost like setting up camp. In a way, no, it's like people in the streets. My dad wants to buy Bitcoin now. Like like things are getting there. They're starting to
Oh
get
yeah,
there. Do you have the front end for the phone demo? Oh, that was perfect timing. Can we get the demo of the
absolutely.
of the phone app? So guys, there's going to be a Chrome attachment, but right now what we're looking at is the web app. I mean, is the phone app interface for Internet Money wallet demo. He's going to show it to us. Polestars, what up, bullish?
All right, let me make a couple disclaimers before I show this.
Okay.
So this is anything you see right now on the demo is subject to change. The dev team is still kind of building on this every single day. So everything you see is not finalized, but you will get an overall feel for some of the processes and the overall look of the wallet. Stand
My bad.
by.
My bad. I was muted.
Oh, you're good. You're good. All right, here we go. Can you see this?
Let me click. I was just answering one message. Not yet. I can't see it underneath. Press share screen right below, and then the tab. And if you
Oh, I got it. I got to actually click the screen. Okay, got it. Okay.
it's confusing a little bit. And then just full screen. Make sure you're not doxing anything.
Nope. I think it's all right. Got it.
I don't want to. I don't. Okay, cool. So, guys, here we go. I'm going to put it full screen for a second. Welcome to Internet Money, the greatest crypto wallet there is. I am new to crypto or experienced to crypto. So that's really cool off the bat. I'll just say that. So I like that because that's just a clear distinction. Like I would probably click experience in crypto at this point, but that took about a year and a half, to be honest. Like a real year and a half of really paying attention. So there is a big discrepancy. New user, and that's good for adoption. I like that.
Right. And we'll go through both of these so you can see the difference. But the major difference here is that the new crypto user, they're going to get a little more education as they set up their wallet, where the experienced user is going to jump right into wallet creation, seed phrase. They're done. They don't need all that, new crypto user education.
Perfect. So is this a video or are you popping through this on a slide? I'm just curious.
No, this is an interactive
oh, cool.
Yeah, app.
All right, so let's click on new to crypto. Obviously, let's get the new to crypto first.
Yep. So again, this language is subject to change. This is just kind of a
I'll read it
placeholder.
out. It's subject to change, guys. They can change all of this, and he's letting you know that. So
Yep.
get ready to embark on a journey. The crypto space is filled with a lot of fluff. That's absolutely true. It is our mission to simplify it and make it more accessible. You will learn the ins and outs of the crypto space so you are comfortable diving in and using your wallet and not getting lost in the fray. I totally agree with that statement, and I think 92% of crypto users would say that statement that hits home.
All right, continue.
All right, so understand the basics, the structure. This app is your wallet. Your wallet allows you to interact with your accounts. Your accounts store information about your digital assets, such as balances of your coins and the address of the account. Think of your account like a mailbox. You can send and receive mail using the mailbox. However, only people with knowledge of the secret key can access the mailbox and its content. If the secret key is lost to this mailbox, the content will never be able to be accessed by anyone, not your keys, not your coins. Remember this. That's very important for brand new users to know, and that says it in a very dumbed down way, which is great.
Yep, and they have to click I understand, right? So that they acknowledge it.
Understand the basics. Seed phrase and private keys. When your wallet is created and your first account is generated, a seed phrase is generated. So guys, when you click on that button, just for the guys that are new, when you actually click on that button, your seed phrase is actually generated and when that account opens. Your seed phrase is a recovery key, 12 to 24 words format that allows you to recover your account in your wallet. Instead of having to use your private keys for each of your accounts, you can use your seed phrase to cover them all at once. And I heard you guys were doing a 24. Can you switch between the two, or is it 24 is what you're going to end up going with?
Yeah, 24 is what we're going with.
All right, cool. That's better. That's better for security, guys. You got to write down 12 more words, and it is better.
Yep.
Truthfully, more secure.
All right, continue. So then it's
Creating
gonna.
your wallet, loading up, guys. We're loading up here, just like real time. Congratulations, wallet successfully created. You are ready to get started. When you continue, you will have plenty of beginner resources to help you along the way. Continue. Secret recovery phrase. The secret recovery phrase is a secret phrase that allows you to access your wallet and your account. Keep this secure and store in a safe place, such as a piece of paper or a password manager. Piece of paper would probably be ideal, or a metal thing, but
Right. This is the next few screens that you're about to see, including this one. They just put these up like this morning or last night, so they're
great.
very rough right now.
Well,
So you're actually the first ones to see it.
this is perfect. Fantastic. Guys, if you're in the chat and you have not shared this out, go ahead and share this out. I just dropped the link. Smash the like button. Share this out in your Telegram groups, guys. This is all going to, the more you learn, now I promise you, the better you'll be off in general. Just clicking through a lot of this stuff, learning what's good, learning what's bad. KG's going to be around for a while if you want to, you know what I mean? So he's putting his face out there, guys. And I think it's really important to understand that, we're all moving forward in technology. And I think the bear market is kicking the stubborn out of some of these hexkins, which is good. Secret recovery. All right. So reveal secret recovery phrase. So again, guys, you got a password code there and a face ID, just like very, the classic.
Right. And yep. And then just a little more educate. And then so they'll slide to reveal the phrase. And again, this is just this is only 12. It will be 24. And we're still deciding, are we going to do copy to clipboard? We're still deciding exactly what's going to be on this page, but still, this is when the secret recovery phrase will be revealed. And one thing we're actually doing differently as of now than MetaMask is, or a lot of other crypto wallets, is they'll have you retype in all of your words right here, right on the next page, which could be good. It's a way for them to verify that you have actually written it down. Well, that does make the onboarding process a little bit harder. And also, if you're out in a restaurant or some public place, you're not writing this stuff down on a napkin. So you'll be able to come back to this later in your settings.
Perfect. All right, so password setup, guys.
And this will give you the option to set up a password to access the app. And then you're in.
And so you guys, you have all these accounts are under one private phrase, but they all have their own public key, right?
And private. So these would all effectively, you can have many accounts under one seed,
right.
And each account has a public key, which is what you send to, send and receive from. And then each account also has a private key.
Oh, wow. So they are all separate. So you actually have to put in a separate private key to get into each one.
Right. So if you were
from a different computer.
Right. So if we go here, this is a perfect time to bring this up. We can create a new account or import account. So if we were to go import account, you enter your private key, which is not your seed phrase. It's the private key associated with a particular account that's nestled under a seed phrase. Right.
Perfect.
Yep. So
guys, right there, we got the wallet interface here, like it's a simple wallet. When you go to networks, what does that look like?
I don't know if that one's built out yet. So yeah, if it flashes blue, it's not built out yet. But
I'm assuming that's going to have the pull down with all the other networks where you can click through eventually, when that's all said and done. That's one of the major problems I have with MetaMask is that they make you put in 6 different keys in order to get on any blockchain, and no one knows how to do that except a dev or like an advanced user.
Right. So we'll have under the networks, we'll have major networks preloaded in here. And of course, we'll still give users the option to import those custom settings you're talking about. But because we can't support every single chain, we don't know them all, and people might transact on obscure chains. So supporting as many networks that makes sense, and then giving users the option to import their own.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Now, is that the end of that part? Do you want to go to? Do you want to?
I could click around a little on this
Yeah,
screen.
click. All right, let me see what you got here.
Okay, so a couple cool things. So you'll have all your accounts, and if you, again, you can have multiple different seed phrases, but this, showing your total value, and this is one thing we really like. So you can click this hide balances here, and it hides everything, which is great because if you want to take somebody through the wallet and say, hey, check out the wallet, check out what it looks like, here's what you could be getting into. Well, you don't want them to see how much money you have. So you hide the balances, and now you can give someone the tour.
Yeah, and that's
Or
always a big problem with the phone because if you know anything about crypto and someone asks you to look at your shit, you're like, nah, but like I want you. You're like, nah, but like you should download MetaMask, like, and then people also, if you know crypto, they want to see how much money you got,
Yep.
and so just don't. Again, guys, you always want to be safe when you're on a cell phone. I suggest a burner phone, but again, we're going into an adoption phase that you don't understand. Like people are gonna be on their phones. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real.
Exactly. And that's where the balance is, right? Because you don't want to make it so easy that people just come on and then they end up wrecking themselves. But you don't want to make it so secure that it's so complicated that practically nobody can approach it. So you've got to find the right balance of approachability and security.
Yeah, it's tough with the phones. Moving forward, I'm from a city where people get jacked up when they walk, not with their phones necessarily. Everyone's got a phone, but you know what I mean. You don't be walking around with any fake or real bling bling on around here. You
Mm.
just don't. So like the phone thing has always been sensitive for me, but I'm not stupid. Like I go to Nicaragua 3 weeks out of the year to go surfing, and those guys are all in huts, literally living on the beach, and they all have new smartphones. No, I'm not kidding. And
No, it's perfect.
they all have new smartphones. They all text me all the time. No problem. It's like they don't even have a shower. You know,
Wow.
you know what I mean? And it's no biggie. Like if you really think of the value prop, like if you had shelter, food, and water, like having the most revolutionary technology like in the world might be the next step before like you get luxury goods like showers and stuff. I'm telling you guys, like the value prop's crazy for cell phones in those countries, and they prioritize them. And I'm
Wow.
talking about adoption more so than like, volume again, like the volume part. And I also want to ask you about that. Like, what kind of volume do you need to see for a wallet for it to be super successful at some point? I mean, I know the numbers are unquantifiable, obviously, but like, what numbers are you guys? Do you know like what numbers for like other wallets, or you know what I mean?
Sure. So MetaMask sets the standard effectively, right, as the biggest wallet in terms of users and volume. And you can calculate, well, the number we like to go off of is how much they earn a day in fees. And it's actually a mind-boggling number. MetaMask, depending on the source you look at, earns anywhere from 95,000 to $550,000 a day in fees that they generate on their wallet, which is millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars going through that wallet on a weekly basis. So MetaMask obviously has a majority of the market share. So even if, okay, and again, successful is subjective, but even if you could do 10% of that, that could still be a very profitable product. And eventually, as we continue to develop this, market this, garner adoption through this, it's not even far-fetched to think that one day MetaMask could be taken down as the leader of the market.
Oh my God, no, dude, it has to be. That day will come, I think. It could be 5 years, it could be 6 months, it could be, you never know. But MetaMask is weird. For some reason, I don't like it. Like I like it. It's the only wallet I've used, and that's a good, like if somebody doesn't like the only wallet they've used is, used with a substantial amount of money, I guess,
Hmm.
would be it's clearly bad. And I don't know much about the security side of things, but I hear that's bad too for MetaMask, but I don't know about all that. That's just like kind of, that's hard for me to understand.
The reason MetaMask continues, in my opinion, one of the reasons they continue to be so big is, well, first of all, you have the custom RPC settings, which is a awesome feature, but it's because it's so ingrained in the consciousness of the crypto space that influencers talk about it. It's the most saturated wallet in terms of SEO and influencers and videos and tutorials. It's just the house name right now, you know. But doesn't mean it, again, doesn't mean it always has to be. Paradigms can shift. But all right, let me,
Yeah, it's
if
almost just the house name, but really, if you want me to be 100% honest, when I tell new people about MetaMask, they have never heard of it in their life.
right.
Ever.
And
Ever. Never have I ran into a no coiner that knew what MetaMask was.
because it doesn't
Never.
matter to them. And
Exactly. But
it
like
just
they know what like Bored Apes is. And they don't have
right.
that shit. You know what I mean? I always bring people back, and I do want people to punch harder in advertising. And I think that's a problem that a lot of guys have because they're so technical. They're not cheerleaders. You know what I mean? Like that's just not what they like to do. Like that's not what they're normalized in doing. And I think it's important, like as you move forward, like marketing campaigns, like you can be bold. You can be bold. You can be. And I'm not saying I don't know like the money side of all that shit. So like obviously there's factors galore. But like in general, like get people wearing your shit. Get
Yes.
people talking about your shit. Get other guys to get, and I'm not saying I don't know shit about referral links and shit, but all that shit, get your name out there as hard as you can. It doesn't matter what the people say, because the people that are saying stuff aren't adopting crypto. They're already here. They already have money. They already know what they're doing. The people in this chat, 95% of them know pretty much what they're doing. 10% probably like on that, or 20% probably on that fringe. So it's like sometimes it's hard to get through the talking, the noise. The noise can be it can slow you down because it makes your emotions kind of like trigger. And I know that you've had, anyone who would have founded a coin at this point in this community has been through backlash. How have you dealt with just the emotional part of it? Like, are you kind of learning to detach from it as you go? Because I know you're a passionate guy. Like you care about this stuff, and sometimes you have to detach to be successful. It's
Sure.
like, so what do you think about that?
Well, no, I'm very emotionally invested in what we're doing. Um, I don't really detach from it. I mean, and maybe there's shortcomings to that, but ultimately, what we're doing here with this project, I can confidently say that it is my life's greatest work. I I think about this basically every second of every day, when I'm in the shower, when I'm going to bed, when I'm waking up in the morning, when I'm working on it. I mean, I am always thinking about this, always engaging with the community. I this this is my passion. If you were to say, "Hey, KG, you're going to make not a single dollar doing this. What would you do if you could do something in life for the pure passion?" It would be this.
I say the same thing. Yeah, that's why I resonate with you a lot, and the guys that I bring a lot of the same guys on this show, a lot of founders, to be honest, because they're very, they have a similar mindset. It's because there's nothing I'd rather do at 11 a.m. Eastern than stream. Everyone tells me, "Oh, you stream too much." I'm like, I don't want to do anything else at 11 a.m. I can't explain it to you. Like the world I came from, there was no creative juices. There was no trying to figure stuff out. There was no playing games, learning, changing, like there just wasn't any of that. It was like work, motherfucker, work. And I just did not resonate with me. So like when I started learning about Web3 and I just realized the scaling and I was just like, dude, this is so amazing. Like the opportunity that we all have right now to sit on our computers and just be absolutely entrepreneurially successful is high. It's high. It's very high right now because there's a lot of things. In what industries can you really point at stuff and just say, that doesn't work still, that doesn't work still, that doesn't work still, that still
Right.
sucks. But why isn't this scaling? And so there's so much room to grow here. And that's what I'm so excited about. What else about internet? So the sacrifice situation. I've heard about this only. I have no fucking clue. There's another sacrifice for the wallet potentially in the future, or we might just missing that? Because I
Sorry,
just
I switched back. I thought I was still screen sharing. My bad.
oh, dude,
uh,
that's my bad. My bad. No, I didn't have it up anymore. I
no,
forgot about
no,
that. My
no,
bad.
you're good. You're totally good. Well, then if I've made any embarrassing faces in the last 5 minutes, forgive me.
You haven't.
um, Sacrifice. So we did our first sacrifice for IMD on Pulse Chain. For those that don't know what IMD is, let me give you a quick overview. Our wallet will charge fees when users swap from one asset to another within the wallet, just like every other crypto wallet.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one thing our wallet does differently is it charges those fees in the form of that chain's native coin. So if you're swapping on Pulse Chain, you pay the fee in Pulse. On Ethereum, you pay it in ETH, so on and so forth. Now, those fees get distributed to the holders of our token Internet Money Dividend, or IMD. So it's as the wallet generates revenue, the holders of that token get paid. The token doesn't inflate, doesn't deflate, it's fixed. It's beautiful. It is the first token of its kind, and we are the first tokenized crypto wallet in the space. Another one doesn't exist. Now,
Yeah, because at Uniswap, for everyone that know, well, Uniswap's not a example of a wallet, but it's an example of a token that people think has some sort of inherent value that's attached to something that does have inherent value, and that's not the case with this.
no.
Sometimes people pull those duct tape tokens and they kind of get it in there and squeeze it in there and it just works. But with this, what he's saying is there's actually incentive built into the code to make their benefit your benefit with max. Let's say that you're repping internet money and that's just what you want to do. You want to rep internet money as your wallet. Like every added user, every added volume, it only benefits the user and the ecosystem. It just doubles back. And what do we know about great cryptos? They always do that double back feature where like it's a double positive, like hex with the T share rate. And that's a great, I mean, you're making it deflationary, you said, correct?
IMD is fixed.
Interesting. It's really cool, man. It's really cool. What else about IMD do you want people to know? Like what is it about IMD as we move forward with Pulse Chain? Obviously, there's lots of other chains. What are you thinking about? Where's your mind going? We don't know. I mean, we don't know if this will be a year from now. Let's be 100% honest. Nobody does. I'm diving into all the interoperability with all the other protocols in the sphere. Is there any future for that interoperability between all the chains?
In terms of IMD,
Well, in terms of like, well, I don't know. I don't exactly know what in terms of like, what's the easiest way to, I guess you're saying you advertise as the premier for Pulse Chain.
Mhm.
Is there anything in between there that you might expect if there's major delays?
Oh, I see. Yeah, so that's the beauty of our wallet is, first of all, IMD is multi-chain, and that ties into the next sacrifice. So I'll circle back there.
Oh yeah, my
But
bad. I need
no,
to learn
no,
about that.
no, you're good. You're good. Your show, bro. I'm just here for the
No,
ride.
I forgot. I want to learn about that.
um, but let's say Pulse Chain does get delayed. If the wallet's ready to launch, we don't have to wait for Pulse Chain, even though we are a native Pulse Chain wallet. So when users download our wallet, they'll be on Pulse Chain. We don't have to wait for Pulse Chain to launch. We can launch our wallet with another network as the native network until Pulse Chain is ready. And then at that time, boop, we can make Pulse Chain the native network again. So we're not entirely dependent on Pulse
And
Chain.
it could help. It could benefit, too, because a lot of these users, the more I learn, the more people don't know. People don't know about anything in the crypto space except what they exactly know. It's pretty wild.
Exactly.
It's pretty
Exactly.
wild. And you're going to bridge extra adoption to Pulse Chain, whether people like it or not. It's just a function of having something that connects to others. But with the marketing, I think internet money's great. I think the token's cool. I mean the symbol, and I think it's catchy, and I think it could work. And I know that there's a lot of variables coming in, but I think your honesty and transparency is going to go a long way. And let's talk about the other sacrifice, because we know it's a fucking thing that Hexicans always fucking talk about. They get
Yep.
pissed about. Guys, every financial startup has had money given to it in a form of something. So just understand, you don't have to give your money to fucking anyone at all, ever. And I haven't even sacrificed. I missed the sacrifice for internet money, and I haven't even bought any. I'm just here to learn, guys. We got lots of time. Learn what's best for you, and then go from there. So let's talk about the sacrifice for a minute.
Sure. So the first sacrifice we held, and I love talking about this, it was for IMD on Pulse Chain. So the second sacrifice will not affect those sacrificers in any way, shape, or form. And one cool thing a lot of people don't know about our sacrifice, our first one, is we set a cap of $1.2 million, and it was sacrificed in under 2 hours on live stream. It was beautiful. It was an amazing display of community. So our second sacrifice is going to be capped. We haven't decided the exact number yet, but it's going to be for IMD on Ethereum, Binance, and possibly other chains. So this is a way to earn revenue from the wallet on those chains.
Yeah. Oh, 1 second. Internet money. Here's the Telegram group, guys. Don just dropped the Telegram group. So everyone in there, Don, thank you so much for being in the chat and supporting everyone. That's been very helpful. So
On.
I missed that. I missed that because I was reading two things, and I'm really sorry.
It's okay.
What was the last part that you mentioned? I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Just that user, or if you sacrifice on the second sacrifice, you will be getting IMD on Binance and Ethereum. And so you'll get passive income in ETH and BNB on those chains, and possibly other chains, but ETH and BNB are the only confirmed ones for now.
That's really cool. We like yield. We do like yield.
And this is another cool thing, is there is no sell pressure on the asset that generates you income. And it's not like one protocol I kind of like, haven't invested in, not financial advice, I just kind of like it, is VeChain. And by you earn another asset called VThor. And so even that concept is kind of, it's not the strongest, because you're still dependent on some obscure asset yielding you another obscure asset, and they both have to have value. Whereas this, you have an asset that generates you the blockchain's native coin. And I mean, you're talking about ETH and BNB and Pulse. You're not talking about some weird altcoin. So it's hard to get more. It's hard to get stronger than that.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna earn yield, I mean, again, these speculative assets in a bull market. Oh, we could talk about the bull and the bear market and all that stuff, but at the end of the day, it's like the adoption curve for these products is going to be ridiculous. It's going to be ridiculous whether people like it or not. So if you set up for it and you do it right, and it seems like you guys have the time and the ingenuity and the transparency to do it right, I mean, it's a good start, it's a good start. The transparency, that's one of the biggest things in crypto. It's weird. And it's not because it's not a good point. It's just weird. It's just weird that a lot of it has to do with trust. And I think you do have a lot of people's trust, which is important. And you're transparent enough where people are like, I mean, how bad do you have to character assassinate yourself if you're trying to rug pull people? Like, you could do it in a much subtler way other than coming on every stream and being as transparent as you are. And that's a good sign, People need to understand as we move forward, this is new. Adoption is going to be crazy. People aren't going to know what to expect. You're going to sell your bags if you're not prepared. You're not going to be. This is hard. Crypto is hard right now, and I'm glad you're making a wallet that makes it a little bit easier for the user to get around, because that is the biggest problem. I mean, come on, guys. There's no one's using crypto. The average person not using crypto. But why? Fortnite does 900 million transactions like a fucking day or whatever stupid number that it is. That tech exists. That kind of marketing exists. And I just want to give everyone the permission to chase it hard, chase it hard. You can text or tweet whatever you want, put it out there, push it out there. People are going to hate you. I was answering comments all day. People call me a liar, this, that, and the other. I'm literally like, what the fuck? I'm like, there's no fucking way. They're like, you're a fucking lying snake. And I'm like, what is going on? So, like the Twitter, the voices are irrational, but the answer and the questions are clear to me. Like, we need adoption and we need better transitions onto crypto because the internet, people use the internet. It's one click away. It's just a different clicking system.
Yep.
Really weird. It's odd, the adoption slowness. You would think if you were reading it in a book, like of a story, you would be like, wow, this transition would be so easy for everyone. They're all playing internet video games all day. They're all playing Fortnite. But no, it scares them. They want trust from the banks.
Yep.
They need to get wrecked. And I'm just telling that to everyone to get excited about, moving forward in this industry. Thank you so much, KG, for being here. I'm going to talk for a minute. I have to use the bathroom. You could stay if you want for 15 minutes. I'm going to talk just because there's only 2 days left. That's the only reason I'm talking about this. The Polygon NFT whitelist mint for the game. And I know you might have to go. So if you have to go and you feel free, but I have to use the bathroom real quick, guys. So I'm actually going to play. If you want to learn how to play 60 plus hours of Web3 education, at the end of it, they say you'll know how to mint NFTs and do all sorts of functions, and you'll have it in your wallet for like a resume, like, because people will know you went through that whole Web3 training. And it's cool because it's this whitelist mint that Omakase, the guy, I don't really know much about him, but I watched some of his stuff. He made this game called Not Nintendo. It's just like the Pokemon game that you play, except the characters change in AI based on like the copyright rules of like Pokemon. Anyway, guys, I will be right back. I'm going to put this up. I have to pee. I'll literally be 2 minutes. If you want to know how to play an interactive Pokégon game, it costs about $56 to mint one of these exclusive Pokemon. And in 2 days, you can no longer mint these things ever. And we have one guy in this community that is whitelisted to mint them. So it's just like, it's cool. Like I bought 3 because there's one in each color. It's just like, and I'm going to show you the game, just like when you walk into the place that gives you the 3 Pokemon options. It's right. It's blue, green. So I bought one of 3. Motley bought 146 because he's a freak of nature. But guys, I will be right back. I just have to pee.
Can y'all still hear me? Yeah, and Don brought up a really good point about IMD. It may be the first asset in crypto as well that is not reliant on price because its value is derived from the volume of the wallet and your time horizon in holding it. So that's another really cool feature that price doesn't matter for the IMD token.
Boom, boom. Just like that. All right, guys. Couple comments in here. GRC, KG, everyone. Yes, we can. Yes, we can, KG.
Oh, because I asked if they could hear me.
Oh, I was hoping I could hear you out of the back of my ear. I was like, oh, I hope he's not on the phone or some shit.
No.
Yo, Sloth, what's good? Yo, Doubtful Noise, what's good? Everybody, what's good? Great to see everyone in here. This is a bigger... I don't want to make a small deal out of this because, I mean, the whole episode is about internet money. Anyone who clicks on the thumbnail or the tags, it'll be about internet money. But if you're here right now, there is a really cool opportunity. And you know, here I do all the digging. I want to find those cool things. And I just like cool shit. Like, I just like cool shit. This has nothing to do with money. So, guys, if you're looking for a financial gain of what I'm talking about right here, please don't. I have no intentions of making money with this. This is purely for fun. And I have this huge emotional attachment to Pokemon. And luckily, there's no RuneScape NFTs, or I would be screwed.
Oh, old school RuneScape, bro.
I would be so
Stop.
screwed, dude. I would lose all my hex. I would lose everything. Dude, I spent over $1,000 on Pokemon Go and actually played the game without cheating.
Oh my gosh,
I'm a
bro.
sick bastard. I have these weird nostalgic dopaminergic reactions to certain things, and I just can't. So this is called notnintendo.com, guys. And I'm going to tell you how all of this goes. I'm going to pull this up real quick. Sorry about the wait. And guys, I know I'm a freak. And right when this comes out, I'm going to be streaming it. So if you guys want to watch me play this game, guys. So this is just like the old Pokemon game. Is there any lag in the music? Can you hear it through my mic?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Okay. Okay, cool. Oh, my bad. Fuck, I didn't pull it up yet. So guys, check this out. So this reminds you of the old Pokemon, right? You go up here, you talk to these people, you say hi to her. You go here, what's up? You say hi to her, and then it goes to your MetaMask. So it connects to your MetaMask, guys. And real quick, I'm gonna end this game real quick. Ooh, doesn't that look nice, guys? Doesn't that look so nice? Touch the volume here, get it to 0. Click through some of this stuff, guys. In 2 days, guys, this is a 60-hour educational game. So it's if you're waiting on mints from me, I'm just waiting for Gwei to chill the F out. Guys, Hex Orca has something very to do with this because he's actually on the whitelist to mint. Each mint roughly costs 0.062 ETH, which last night was $56. And you earn a character on OpenSea. The character is the character you see behind here in the graphic. They're all the same, but they all have different colors. And once the game is ignited in the game, you'll see the differences. So I'm super excited about this because I want a game to play, and I want it to be in this case. You know me, KG. I like to learn.
Oh,
and
yeah.
When Curricula was saying by the end of this, you'll be able to mint your own NFTs and do this, that, and the other, I was like, I'm sold. This is perfect for me. And it has that you earn the badges, so you kind of have like forever badges. But the cool part is that after the mint phase is over, no more Pokegon will be minted. You actually have to go the first ever technology ever where you go to a geolocation. So we're on the whitelist, so we don't have to do all this geolocation shit. But let's say in DC, it's the first geolocation mint situation. So they actually pick the spot. Once you walk to that spot, you cannot buff it out. You cannot, use the things to make it spoofer. You can't do that. So they figured out, they did all the tech. They're really nerdy. They're really passionate. So you actually have to be in that location to mint the Pokemon. So we're getting that whitelist exclusive. And I'm not talking about a price appreciation, but boy, do I love Pokemon. And guys, if you want to mint your own, you have to DM Orca. You have to DM him what colors you want. If you want more than one color, you have to say which colors you want: red, blue, or green. Okay. And it's at the time it was 0.62 ETH. He can confirm that in the chat per 0.062 ETH, which was roughly $54 last night. He will provide you with an address, and quickly, when Gwei is good, he will send you back your Pokegons. When you have those Pokegons, you can access the game. So the Pokegon is the access card to the game. Sorry, guys. It's just I'm a big Pokemon guy, and I got time to kill. So everybody that wants to hear about any more of this, I'll be talking about it probably tomorrow a little bit too. Oh, it's blue, purple, and red. I'm sorry. And the price is 0.062 ETH. He can drop the address there if he feels comfortable, but I'm only saying this, guys, because there's 2 days left on this, and I'm really excited for it. So, I'm just telling people how I feel about that. And, you can buy a 60-hour educational game for $54. I think that's worth it.
Dude. And look, to strike the nostalgia bone, I mean, come on, bro. Me and you could totally connect. Old school RuneScape, like Pokemon. You said another one, but yeah, Pokemon Go. I actually remember myself, my wife, and maybe one of our best friends. Like when Pokemon Go first came out, it was all out addiction. Like servers crashing. We were there in the beginning. That was such a cool time. That was such a
Oh, dude, Pokemon Go in the beginning.
It was mind blowing.
I was driving. I lived in the sticks at the time. And there was like a few there's like funeral home, like just some quiet ass shit. And I would just drive at 3 mile an hour. And I would
spinning.
And I would just look at my phone, but I would buy every single egg. I would just pay for all the eggs. I was like, I could not stop buying level 10 egg. I had every Pokemon. I also full 99 to everything in RuneScape. Your boy's a nerd. Crafting was the most annoying one, but farming was by far the hardest. I wish I could play those games aimlessly for decades on end, but there's not enough time. You're not allowed.
You know what's interesting? If anyone has questions, I'm happy to do it. But
yeah, any questions, guys? Please put them below. Internet Money Wallet. Please throw those below, and we'll get to them.
I've been thinking about writing something or making a video on how the old school RuneScape gold system is actually a cryptocurrency in and of itself, and how old school RuneScape finances taught me a lot about the actual economic system we live in. It's the gold system is.
Well, people don't know, dude. We should do a freaking stream on that, because if people, dude, let me tell you how before I was a member. So before I ever was a member, I was probably like 12 or 13 at this time. So basically, you didn't have much of the advantages. Like you had to play it like the poverty way. I think I got 30 million willow logs.
Wow.
But I would flip them for 1 cent more. That's all I did in the shit. All I ever did was take a 1 cent premium on willow logs. And everyone was like, get the magic logs. And I was like, you can just sell these for 1 cent more at a larger amount, and it's worth more because no one's doing it. And that's how and then I bought everything, blah, blah, blah. I sold my dragon chainmail for like $70 or like $100 to a person at school for a person at school for cash. You know what I mean? And because I was like, at that point, I was moving on from it. But like the dragon chainmail was like that thing.
Yeah.
So guys, I'll join this. Dude, I love RuneScape so much.
I hear that soundtrack and I just get chills. Like, oh
god. But I want us all to take notes, right? We need to take notes from that. Those guys were absolutely ahead of their time in every way. I don't care what people say about World of Warcraft. RuneScape was easy, it was simple.
Oh yeah.
It had no like confusingness to it. Other than the quests and stuff, but like it was interesting how that was more important than my life at the time. And I'm telling you guys, I was 11 or 12 years old. Like I didn't have it, you're a freaking kid. You just chase the dopamine, right? I just wanted the hit. And that thing never let up with the hits of dopamine. I mean, I still have dreams of chopping fucking logs. Just logs, and I loved it. And I had bots for everything, and it was amazing. I was running this shit, and I didn't know what I didn't know what I was learning at the time was like pretty hardcore, fair market practices.
Oh, totally, dude. And then they introduced the Grand Exchange, which then basically became a stock market, and so you could just buy.
Oh my god, dude! It was so crazy.
And then you could buy, and then now what the problem they're actually having now, I don't actually play, but I kind of follow up sometimes, is their gold supply has inflated so much that it's not valuable. So they introduced a sell tax in the Grand Exchange, which burns gold. So they introduced deflation into the system. It's beautiful. It's totally crypto.
Dude, it is crypto, dude. It was crypto before, and the armor was NFTs before NFTs. Like it was like, or
Dude,
whatever.
you
Like
go.
the,
Yes,
the
yes.
party hats, dude. Dude,
Yeah,
the party hats
yeah.
had no utility. Literally, no utility. Like what do we always say about Bitcoin? It has no utility. Party
It
hats,
does.
you couldn't win, you couldn't do anything. You stood there and got street cred with them. That's all
Right.
you did.
Yeah,
What a
exactly.
fucking wild ass game that was, dude.
Yeah, oh yeah, dude. It's yeah.
So what do you got under there, Bullish Ox? Are you looking at something that you're trying to pop up? Anyway, dude, RuneScape. Oh, let's see what this is all about. Hold on one sec.
No. I just came in for some support. That's just a little recap of Orca breaking down the whole Pokégon. If you wanted to replay it, but
Yeah, replay it.
You got it. You got it.
I'd love to replay it.
Yeah, you bet. So Pokégon is super dope because of the educational content. I'll drop things like the link tree and stuff. Bullish, here's a link if you want to throw this up for people to be able to go and look at. But
yeah, whatever you need to pull up or share on screen, I can do it.
Pull up the Twitter and just drop their Twitter in there, probably, because I think I saw
so that link tree has their social handles as well as like the badges, and that has the description of all the different competencies that you'll learn. So a lot of people are like, how are they getting away with calling this not Nintendo, right? It's like pretty direct shout out to a company that is super famous for suing the pants off of everybody that tries to touch any of their content. This is where there's so much more to discuss in the world of crypto than like money token number go up. Like there's philosophy, and part of the philosophical nature of humans is our artistic expression and the free expression thereof. And so appropriation art is a very old form of communication where artists recontextualize art that already exists, sometimes by changing the art, sometimes by not changing the art at all, and simply changing the context and subtext of the conversation behind it to reframe how individuals are discussing the impact and the emotional depth of the work. And so not Nintendo is clearly not Nintendo, right? They're making that very obvious. But then they are taking the actual like physical trademarked, I don't even want to say art, visuals, and they are changing them and recontextualizing them. So this isn't a game about chasing monsters and becoming the very best like no one ever was. It's about learning on Web3 and also about having these discussions about the freedom of expression and about artistic freedom. And so the really cool thing about Pokégon.
Muted, bro.
What he's basically getting at is a lot of it has to do with copyright. So like in Pokégon, like a lot of what they're trying to go after is like NFT copyright stuff. So like think about it, like what makes an NFT? Why can't you copy it? That's what they're getting down to the nuts and bolts of. Like, is Pokemon like, can they sue people for making stuff that looks kind of like Pokemon that's called not Nintendo, that's on the internet, that only 2,000 people own, that it's decentralized and you really can't get to it? We don't know. Like, there's a lot of we don't know there. And I always like to talk about NFT utility in the show. So it's like, it's kind of been a theme a little bit through the last. So anybody who wants more information on all that stuff, guys, it's just fun. That's just a fun situation where you can have an opportunity for someone like me, guys. Like I had no time under keys. Like I never had time for the computer because my job that I was doing just wasn't computer shit. So I spent 6 years no computer. Like I was home, tired, working out, blah, 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 went to bed. So for me is like, could be like really valuable because I actually need to know some of the basics. So that's why it resonated with me so hard. Anyway, guys, internet money, sacrifice, coming out for the wallet, guys. You can read the black paper, the tokenomics. It's very well written on there. And they're doing some crazy cool stuff. They're trying to push, and they're trying to be the premier wallet, which no one else has tried to do yet on the Pulse chain, which is nice because no one's really pushed that No one's pushed that narrative yet. Internet money, guys. Very cool logo. Obviously, these websites and everything, he already said that during the show. They're going to look, everything's going to probably look a lot different by the time this all happens. But guys, it's the concepts that matter. It's about going into the wallet, easy accessibility, easy multi-chain capabilities, interoperability, making it easy for random people to get on here and they don't feel like they're on some dev website. Guys, internet money. Anything you want to say before you go, dude? Then we're going to drop the Telegram and any dates, updates on dates that you want to know, anything like that.
So basically, just to kind of overview. First of all, thanks again for having me on. We are having that second sacrifice. Won't affect the first sacrifice at all. And it's not happening until the beta version of the wallet is out, sometime after that. So you will be able to see, touch, feel a product that our team is capable of building. Our website that you just saw, it's already in the background. Full rebuild is happening. It's not even gonna look like the same website. We're keeping the same logo and the same branding type stuff, but it's going to be, I saw mock-ups of it today, not ready to share them, but it's beautiful. Our new site's so beautiful. We're going to have amazing things on there. And, with our wallet, our mission is to onboard new users into crypto through Pulse Chain. We are the first tokenized crypto wallet, and our token yields you passive income in the form of Pulse, ETH, BNB, depending on what chain you hold it on. It's beautiful. Muted.
Sorry, I was picking someone to raid, but I'm so excited for the future, dude. I'm taking everything with open arms. I'm just learning as much as I can. I just know how early we are. And that's what it's hard to gain that perspective. I don't care what anyone says. To understand the nuance about life, social, and being in the market long enough to realize really, really how early we are. It's hard to put yourself in the .com bubble to extrapolate where we'd be at now. It's not possible. When they were thinking about scaling the phone, they say, why would you keep it outside of your house? No, seriously, these are like, I want people to think like that because it's that stupid when you think like about scaling, because people are like, why not MetaMask forever? Same interface. And you're just like,
yeah, I get
the
you.
same thing my mom always says, customer service doesn't exist. You just have to deal with it and move on. I'm like, I'm not fucking dealing with that. We're going to change the world. Like we're done with that. You know what I mean? If they're not even putting up their side of the bargain now, they're centralized as fuck, but they're not going to give any customer service anymore. What the hell is going on, guys? The change is happening. The wealth transfer is happening. It's all happening right now, and I'm covering it every single day, guys. The most nuanced stuff in DeFi, the most fun stuff in the NFT world, profitable airdrops along the way. I'm just going to try to hook it up. I'm trying to make my life as dope as possible, and I'm just going to give you all that information as I go. KG, thank you so much for being here. It's been absolutely amazing, guys. I'm actually getting lunch with Justice Hill tomorrow. We're going to talk about, he lives around here. We're going to go talk about a stream and he also wants to do a little streaming setup. So we'll see what's going on with that. Stay tuned, guys. Tomorrow we're talking about the golf tournament that is there as a fundraiser for the Million Pulse Tour. I'm going to be on the feet at the golf tournament. So we're going to start pushing that golf tournament. I'm going to be there on the feet covering that. Your boy GRC. Let's go, guys. Wait tomorrow. The fundraiser for the Million Pulse Tour or whatever, Million Pulse Tour fundraiser golf tournament, Vegas, guys. Vegas.
What, can I say something about that? We actually, and they announced it today, we sponsored Internet Money, sponsored the hole-in-one. So if you get the hole-in-one, you get a $20,000 prize on Internet Money.
What? 20 G's?
20 G's on Internet Money, baby.
20 G's, baby.
Let's go.
Dude, 20 G's? Are you kidding me, guys? Oh shit, it's getting popping up in here. I didn't know I'd be. I'm gonna get all my peoples to go, baby. I'm getting all my friends to go. We're going down to Vegas, guys. If you want to participate in the Vegas golf tournament, it's gonna be nuts, guys. They're flying me out to cover this thing. I'm gonna be vlogging the whole thing. I'm gonna be covering it, running around at booths, having some drinks, getting wild.
Bro,
I'm
I can't
telling
wait
you,
to
this is
meet
gonna
you,
get
dude.
sick. They pitched it to me. They were like, "We want you on the feet there, and we'll fly you out." And I was like, "I'm gonna go fuck it." I was like, "Fuck it, let's do it."
Bro.
I was like, "I'm gonna put my hat on, my golf shoes." I said, "I'm going down there to cover this live. If you want to play golf with GRC and win like $50,000 in prizes, probably for everything, I'm getting more sponsors as we go. I'm just gonna make this thing absolutely popping off the fucking chain. I'm just gonna go at it. We're gonna see how dope and how drunk we can get everyone. And we're gonna have vlogs everywhere, family style, no crazy stuff, obviously. But we're gonna have drinks. It's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna be there, guys. So it's gonna be fucking nuts, guys. Good on you guys, everyone. It's been absolutely amazing. I'll be here at 11 a.m. Eastern tomorrow to talk about absolutely how lit I'm gonna make this golf tournament with the guys from KSB TV. Everybody, GRC, KG, out of here. Crypto in the morning, crypto in the evening, every single day. You can donate all your stuff down below, guys. I appreciate you watching. My favorite thing is when you hit the like, hit the share, and subscribe, guys. Have a great day.
Young folks, you tripping on them motherfucker.
Richard Heart. Richard Heart.
Bought my hex from the fucking start. .1 everything we mark. Bought my hex from the fucking start. Sacrificing all this bread like I'm Richard Hart. Got paid on big payday and I had a hit restart. Now I'm checking on my pulse just to check my heart. Bought my hex from the fucking start. Sacrificing all this bread like I'm Richard Hart. Got paid on big payday and I had a hit restart. Now I'm checking on my pulse just to check my heart. Checking my MetaMask moving. Look at the hex, he is mooning. Looking at wives they be choosing. Peter is why they be losing. Pull chains out and they'll get me a check. He's gas up and it got me a mess. Remember the times he died collect. Hex I been eating, I'm dying in the best. Getting this back like a year ago. Getting this post, I ain't letting go. Swerving the ring like a Lambo. Getting this back like a year ago. Getting this post, I ain't letting go. Swerving the ring like a Lambo. Bought my hex from the fucking start. Sacrificing all this bread like I'm Richard Hart. Got paid on big payday and I had a hit restart. Now I'm checking on my pulse just to check my heart. Bought my hex from the fucking start. Sacrificing all this bread like I'm Richard Hart. Got paid on big payday and I had a hit restart. Now I'm checking on my pulse just to check my heart. Richard Hart. Richard Hart.